All right. It's a new day. It's a new episode of Your Daily Scrum with, hey, that's Todd Miller over there. I'm Ryan Ripley.
All dressed up. No place to go.
We got classes to teach, people to educate, and all that good stuff. Hey, Todd, before we get too deep into it, we got a couple people to thank. Kenneth Mack dropped some Hong Kong dollars on us, which is amazing. Kenneth, you're awesome. And then I saw here Kyle Nicholas dropped us a thank you as well. So Kyle and Kenneth, thank you so much. We appreciate that. Thank you. If you're getting a lot of value out of these shows, why don't you hit that thank you button and buy Todd a cup of coffee. Todd's a lot more fun when he's over caffeinated. Mm-hmm. It's fun to watch him get all jittery. So yeah, thank you to the two of them. That's awesome. We're glad you're getting value out of the show. Today's show, Todd, is brought to you by, I'm just kidding, no sponsors today. Let's just jump into the
Cookie Crisp.
Yeah. Soft cookies, Todd's favorite. So Todd, a question's come up in some classes recently. I know you've heard this a few times. We get this probably 3 or 4 times a year. Can we Agile? That's not a good question. Yeah. How about can we use Agile? Yeah. That's a Ryan problem right there. I did that. All right. Can we use Agile for big projects or just short-term projects? There seems to be this idea, especially with kind of project managers locked into some of the PMI kind of stuff, that Agile is cute for the small projects or the proof of concepts, but when it comes to big important stuff, no go. Right.
Yeah.
So how do we deal with this?
Yeah, this is a really big misconception. How many times have you seen companies try to tackle big projects with waterfall and then it's not going well, so they put Agile in and it doesn't work? And then it does work because it points out all of the problems that they actually have. Right.
Yeah.
So specifically, let's be more specific. Scrum. I've seen companies. We've been working on this for 9 months. We developed a really good plan for it using all the PMI tools. It wasn't working, or we didn't know what was going on. So we had a couple teams start using Scrum on it, and now we know all these problems. Scrum's not working, and you're like, well, it is working because you know the problems that were already there the entire time. So. Scrum and other Agile techniques, methods, and frameworks are absolutely perfect for it's exactly what you should be using for big projects, so long as it is enabling empiricism and you're not just following a map for the sake of it, right?
Yeah, the whole purpose of this, I would say Agile gives us the opportunity to turn the big projects into smaller things, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, how many, what's some of the data that we teach in our classes, Todd? 40% of the features built by a team are never used by a customer. Mm-hmm. What if Agile could help you identify the 40% of these big projects and just cut that out? Mm-hmm. What if you could make new and better decisions more frequently because you're using feedback loops, and you can get customer feedback and you can figure out what's valuable, what isn't. You can amplify the good stuff, diminish the bad stuff, and know sooner what's going to work and what isn't. Like, that's the kind of stuff. And size has no bearing on this discussion, right? Empiricism is going to work great regardless of the size of the initiative, right?
Yeah, I think you said something important there. We can take a very large project and try to break it down into smaller pieces and have those smaller pieces be incrementally delivered, right? And that's what it's all about, right? Rather than say we need these 10 huge blocks and success doesn't happen until all 10 are done. You can say, what is the path of the blocks that we need to deliver to actually get something into the customer's hands? And then we can validate whether our assumptions are true or not, and then continue to do that, right? Rather than these big plans that we're just following arbitrarily, let's break it into smaller chunks and find a path to the customer, a quick path to the customer, right?
Yeah, and I think to amplify what Todd's saying there, we might learn that some of those big blocks aren't even needed. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what we're trying to validate constantly, and stay aligned to a customer. So, are we building something valuable? Are we building something they need? And if so, is there a way to really zero in on that need and really amplify the value there? So that works on any size project, in our opinion. You might need some additional ideas bolted on as things get bigger, but hey, that's a scaling issue. We'll talk about that at some other time. But can we use Agile for big projects or just short-term projects? Let's use them for both. Let's use it both. And we're not, like Todd said, could be Scrum, could be Kanban, could be extreme programming, could be a lean setup, whatever it is. It works in both spaces.
Yeah.
Todd, I think it's end screen time.
It is end screen time.
Be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a video. Check out our socials, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter are where it's at. Check out the description to learn more about Todd and I, our book, Fixing Your Scrum, our scrum.org courses, and all the things that we've been up to lately. Some courses are going to pop up here in a second. It's our free Scrum Framework course and our free EBM course. Hey, there's even some merchandise. You wanted hoodies? Well, they're here. Click the hoodie. Check out all the t-shirts, the cups, all that stuff we put out there. For Todd, I'm Ryan. Go forward to do some great Scrum things, whether big or small. I think Agile can help you out. We'll see you.